What's up, guys? Let's get started. So I recently went on some little adventures, you know, nothing too crazy, and I thought that I would just kind of sit down and talk to you guys about what I've been doing this past month. Alright, so first things first, I went to a waterfall, and I would say the worst part about this trip is that I had to be on the back of a motorcycle for an hour to get there and then an hour back home, and I got super sunburned. Like, my legs, my thighs were in so much pain for the couple of days after that whole trip, because I mean, you're just sitting in the same position the whole time, and on top of that, lots of cramping going on, but it was so worth it. The waterfall was beautiful. It was a great little swimming hole. Not gonna lie, me and Chris were a little bit nervous to jump in at first because we couldn't see anything, and we could just see that there were like giant rocks, and so we were a little bit nervous about jumping in, and we also just didn't know what was in there. I actually took a couple of clips just to see, like, I took my GoPro underwater just to see like what was under there, and when I looked over the footage, there were like these huge fish coming at me, and I like freaked out, but I was like, wait, okay, they're just fish, it's fine. But we finally got comfortable. There was an awesome tire swing, and we just jumped in. Once I did it once, I was like, yes, I love this. I remember that water is like one of my favorite things, so that was super fun. Honestly, the whole ride on the bike was really beautiful. It was kind of just in the middle of the jungle, and it was great. Didn't have any service. It was honestly, it felt like we just went off the map, and it was so great to do that. And then later that week, I actually got a tattoo. It's on my finger, and it just says love in Thai, and I guess I'll just explain that to you guys. I decided to get love in Thai on my finger because I feel like the 6 months I've lived here, I've learned a lot about love and how it's really important to share that with everyone around you, whether you know them or not. The Thai culture is so loving. They are so open, and just, I feel like love radiates off of them, and that is something that I have really just adapted to. I think it's really important to just share love with everyone, whether you know them or you don't, or whether you like them or you don't. I think that smiling at strangers and just acknowledging that people are there, I think it goes a long way. Up next, we went to the botanical gardens, and this was honestly so beautiful. I love how they had this laid out. So basically, you're walking and you come to like this staircase, and it goes up to a tower, and you just keep going up, and you go across a little walkway, and it's honestly, it like wobbles while you move. It's like, it's really weird. It's like a really like subtle movement. So as you're walking, you're kind of just like, wait, am I moving? Like, is this moving? And it's really weird, like, while you're walking. But you just walk across, you get to the next tower, and then you walk up a flight of stairs, and then you walk across again, and you basically just do that until you get, literally, you are at the level of the top of the trees, and it's so cool. And then you go back down, and then you go on like this really cool path that's like literally just you're walking through nature, and it's so beautiful. There are lizards everywhere though. I have a huge fear of spiders, and I swear at one point I heard like leaves ruffling, and I looked over, and I swear I saw a gigantic spider like scurrying off, and I was like, whew, okay. I mean, I was just in my sandals, and I know that was my choice, but you know, I only wear sandals, and you know, I got the tan lines to prove it, that's literally all I wear. It was worth it. I mean, at one point I felt like I had spiders all over me, to be honest. I was like walking through spider webs and everything, and at one point, like, it almost feels like you're off of the path, But I don't know, I just kept going and I was just so amazed by the beauty, like the leaves and the greenery. It was just, it was so amazing and so worth it. After that, we went to the rice fields to get some lunch. And I didn't get very much footage of this just because the last time I was at the rice fields, it was a lot prettier, if I must say. This time it was really brown. It's definitely been really dry here. It hasn't rained in like 6 weeks, I want to say, and so it's really dry and really hot here. So just a lot of water has dried up, and like the rice fields are really brown now, and it just didn't look as great. So we really just went out there to get some lunch. While we were out there, we actually went to a cave temple, and that was super cool. I had been there before, but I wasn't able to go in because I actually had a tank top on and you have to cover your shoulders. But this time I was able to go in. The only downfall is that I was like, when I went in, I went in with this huge tourist group and it was super annoying. So I was following them through, and at one point I just got kind of sick of having them around because I wasn't able to like enjoy the experience. So I turned back, and then I was finally alone. It was so much better. I don't know, I'm weird. I just like doing things on my own. So I just walked through, and it was a little bit creepy because there were bats flying around everywhere, and it was like pretty dark and my phone light wasn't really doing much, but it was honestly really cool just to be in this like giant cave by myself. It was like, wow, this is really cool. So the botanical gardens and the rice fields and the cave temple, that was all like the same day. So then we headed back into town, and we actually stopped off at this other temple, which there's a lot of temples like this just all throughout Thailand, but this one, I don't know, the paintings inside are just so amazing. So I had to show you guys some clips of that. It's just beautiful. Like the ceiling, it looks like a universe up there. It's just really cool how they incorporated all the different colors together. Then after that, before going home, we stopped off at a little like pond area, and we fed some fish. The fish were gigantic. You like throw in the food, and like just a ton of gigantic fish just come up, and like they're trying to eat the food, and it was just a nice way to end the day. And yeah, that's basically all that happened. If you guys like this video, definitely like it, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys in my next video.